That's one of your flaws, isn't it, if I remember rightly?
Yeah. I think I'm great at everything, actually. Actually, I am great at everything.
Overconfident, yeah.
Yeah, and my flaw is the social inaptitude, so I say no. So I have inspection as a talent, so I feel like that would work out well here.
Yep, okay. So that puts you on 5 because you've got strengthening flames already, haven't you?
That's right.
And we're just looking for 1.
So let's do 5. Oh! The odds have turned.
Oh wow! So yeah, again over to you, Alp. So this this is the most primed probe there's ever been. If there's a microbe that's even looking at you in the wrong way, it's going to find it down on the surface of that moon. So over to you.
And I've probably somehow figured out a way to echo the sensors of the probe so that its range can go much further than it normally would.
Yep.
And
okay.
potentially cover a good chunk of the surface of the moon.
Yep.
So we should know if there's anything dangerous there, at least outside.
Yeah. So.
Or it would even go and check those vents on the domes and go sniff the vents to see if there's anything bad coming from inside as well.
Yeah, so the probe's flying around, inspecting all the drones, and you're hovering around above the surface, and all this data's coming back. And from the domes that are rapidly cooling and seem to have been turned off, you can pick up just the smallest amounts of carbon dioxide that's clearly come from some humanoids in there that have been breathing, but it's barely registrable now. You don't know, are they dead? Is there just one person in there? It's very, very weak from all of these. But as it flies over the warmer one, the slightly raised levels, but not much. But there's more of those gases coming out of there, so you suspect that maybe there's at least a couple of people in that dome. But from all of the domes, there are alarm bells going off of a microbe that your systems recognise. That microbe is called the Demolcales virus. So tell me about that virus. What can it do?
Makes you sneeze a lot, doesn't it?
Yep.
So is it a bad virus? It's a deadly virus, basically.
You tell me what's going on. What's going on? I'm handing it over to you. This part of the story. So what can this virus do? So maybe to humans from Sol, it just so this is
like the flu, basically.
Yeah. Get over it, and modern technology can get you over this. So what's the problem?
We just had our shots, didn't we?
Yeah.
Either that, or it's really deadly to fish people. So
there you go.
Yeah.
It attacks the scales.
Maybe that's and maybe that's a piece of knowledge from your system, from Sol, is that maybe like the bird flu, this was a mutated flu from fish. And decimated the oceans back on Earth before the planet died long ago anyway, but you remember it from the history books. Perhaps it was quite damaging to those and not so much to humans, but just gave them the sneezes. But it confirms that it's originated from your system, and whatever's introduced it to this system has clearly come from yours.
And do we know of an antidote for this, or?
Yeah, quite simple for humans from the Sol system. whether you, for such an old virus, you probably don't have it. I mean, it's probably in your data banks of how to produce it, but you probably don't have that on you because everyone's immune to it. There's such an old disease.
But that's some information we could pass on to the bishop so that they could start preparing for something like this.
Right, okay, good idea. So you're going to start transferring that information back that you've identified. So you're going to try and open up some communication with the bishop.
Yeah.
So yeah, the bishop comes online. Tell me what's going on? What have you discovered? He wants to know.
Well, we haven't landed yet, but we know what the virus is, and we confirmed that there is a virus, and it's probably brought by that pirate because it's something it's an old virus from back home. It's not a big deal for us, but it can be harmful to your people. But I'm going to send you some data that could help you prepare some kind of vaccine.
Okay, and he receives that and puts through his system, and he's, good lord, it's
not the gills.
Yeah, and he's running some simulations, and he's saying that this would destroy our planet. We need to start working on an antidote now. The simulations are showing complete shutdown of all our major organs. If that's got round the abbey, it's gonna be messy.
Well, we'll keep looking into the things here.
Okay, good luck. And it just reminds you that if my brothers are safe, which it sounds like they won't be if they've been exposed to this virus, but if they are, bring Morlock to me. But you're authorised to dispose of him if he's responsible for this.
All right. I hope your people don't suffer a gruesome death.
Thank you, my brother.
I say in a very, very cold, neutral and tone.
No, that might not have been the best way to put that, but you're doing great. You're doing great.
Saying just the right things. So earlier, Alp, you were saying that Deacon wanted to find. So you've identified this landing zone, but you wanted to land somewhere else and maybe walk there in your spacesuits to avoid being detected. Is that still the plan?
Does that work for you, Jophiel?
That works for me.
Yeah. So I'm happy with the amazing roll that you rolled earlier, that you have spotted another landing zone that within walking distance. A good walk, but within walking distance, and there's no lights that are cooling down there, and no one's powered that one up recently. It's completely in the dark. So you safely land your ship there, and you're getting your kit together. So what are you taking with you?
Everything.
Getting tooled up.
Suit up.
Yeah, suit up.
Probably some sort of light source, and I think I would like to have some form of firearm in addition to the sword that I normally have.
Okay. Why don't let's scan in an item. I don't think I've done this in the game. Let's see if in your supplies you have anything that may be of use to you here. Let's see what the game can give you.
Awfully quiet.
I'm just reading. Ooh, yes, I think this might be useful to you. I have selected the ultra nav subdermal implant. So you both reach for this. It's shaped like a gun. and Annie leans across and jabs you in the shoulder, and an implant goes into your shoulder, and she does the same to herself. And this is the Ultranav, is a powerful microcomputer embedded in the skin. It says in the wrist. Sorry, in the wrist. So you've done it in the wrist. When the wrist is flicked, the Ultranav advanced suite of navigational tools activates, creating a bright blue holographic display that hovers in the air above the palm. Amenities include a holographic compass, atmospheric readings, a Geiger counter, and localized maps. The Ultranav can be updated with relevant information at almost any starport. So, let's say that the Bishop has updated that for you, so you have a complete map now of the Abbey in the palm,
Cool.
literally in the palm of your hand, a blue map, holographic map. There you go, if that is of use to you.
Yeah, definitely.
That's super useful.
So you're tooled up with your weapons, your maps, your guidance systems, Geiger counter, etc. You're heading out.
Can I grab some kind of gun, or because I don't have anything in my inventory as offensive or offense?
I'm sure the ship would be have at least some kind of inventory of maybe a pistol or something like that. Yeah, I can't imagine bounty hunters and treasure hunters aren't kitted out with
Basic protection.
Yeah, basic protections.
Yeah, and I'm bringing my spider silk body glove. That's this thing that allows me to be almost transparent in darkness, or blurry in daylight.
Nice.
And I can even walk on walls and ceilings with that. That's pretty cool.
Alright, that's cool.
Okay. Go on, Annie. What have you got, Annie?
I've got a sword.
Yep.
So you hack and slash, and I'll just be on the ceiling.
Yep. Well, there's a plan. So you've reached. You've got a jetpack. so while Deacon's sneaking around, you're jetpacking, causing the distractions.
Oh yeah.
So you're stealthily making your way across the moon's surface when you see in front of you the other landing pad, and those lights that you saw cooling down, Deacon, have completely gone cold now. But you recognise it as and your map in the palm of your hand confirms that you've reached the landing bay and the entrance of the dome that you wanted to, and looking through your goggles, the dome is still glowing brightly compared to all the other domes. And you in front of you can see an airlock.
Backdoor airlock, of course.
Well, according to your map, it's the only entrance available to you, apart from the vents that you were testing up on the top of the dome. So it's the only way in.
All right.
Is it locked, or can we just kind of barge our way in?
So you go to inspect it, and there's a keypad, and some kind of holographic display comes up, prompting you for your palm.
Yeah, I don't think my problem's gonna work.
I know.
Not scaly enough.
Doesn't look like a flipper.
Yeah.
Really.
Should we text the bishop for this? I would assume they would have given us access.
Yeah, probably.
But this time, when you try to reach the bishop, it's just static.
Jamming frequency, naturally.
Do you want to check for that?
Yeah.
Do me a perception check. So what have you got that could help you with that? Well, I think you've got your new device in your wrist.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a dice for that, and this is a Gale's check. which you're not. You don't have a strengthening that. So you're up to 4 because of your device. Have you got anything else that could help you detect any kind of jamming signal?
No, not really. That's fine. I'll take 4.
And I don't have anything to make that more difficult for you. In fact, I'm going to let you auto pass this because I want to change all my cards because they're all stones just about. So you do indeed detect a jamming signal emanating from within the dome.
I don't like this. They switched all the lights off when we arrived. Now they're jamming the signal. And then there's only one entrance.
And the power to... So the palm print that's flashing in front of you, the power cuts out on that and it goes completely dark.
Uh-oh.
Any chance we can find another entrance, like a back door? I don't want to say a secret entrance, but just something that not everyone would know about.
According to your map, the only other way in is the vents on top of the dome that you were testing earlier.
Vents again, huh?
Yeah, alright, let's do this.
So, how are you going to get up there?
Jetpack.
Yeah. Jetpack. Genius. And yeah, and you've got your spider suit. Okay, so let's see what kind of challenge we need to have a safe jetpack journey up to the top, and then we'll do yours in a second. Alp. So I'm thinking careful flying, and so I'm thinking dexterity, gales.
All right.
And I'm going to be mischievous here. I'm throwing a 2 challenge. So I think. So it can't really give you an extra dice for the jetpack because the challenge is about flying the jetpack, isn't it? So what else?
I do have a talent called flight, which means I'm an expert in being able to fly it.
Okay, that's definitely going to get you another dice.
Or you can make the challenge about getting to jetpack is the means to get there.
So no, the challenge is a very delicate flight required to land stealthily.
Leave the atmosphere.
Yeah, you've got gravity, weak gravity to deal with, and you're trying to do this quietly. So you're up to 4. Only you require 2.
All right. See what I don't think I have anything else.
Can I help you keep your cool with my psychiatry?
I tell you what, I am gonna do an enticement here. Actually, I am going to put in a 3 of gales and say I'm going to challenge you on your overconfidence. So you think that you have got this completely down. This is going to be no problem for you, and you to maybe show off, you're going to do a backflip as well in midair to because you're so overconfident. Are you willing to accept this enticement?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you now have a 3 of gales card to cash in. At a later point. Can you actually see that on your Roll20 screen? That large Gale 3.
Let's see.
Or
I have to refresh.
Is that just visible to me? Because if you can right click on that and choose take, but if not, just remember you've got
I can't see it, but
I can't see it.
No, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you've got a Gale challenge of 3 to cash in later.
All right, I can grab it out of my own deck. That's fine.
So yeah, you are flying up there. You look amazing, and you're getting a great view, and over your private network to Deacon. Deacon's going, "Oh yeah, that looks amazing! You know, wow, that's the best flying." And with the confidence that you feel, you attempt this really fancy backflip. And it goes completely wrong, and you slam into the side of the dome. You actually hit the vent, which falls in with a clatter and kind of bangs down the vent as it falls into the dome.
I'm now feeling like the airlock might be the sneakiest one.
Okay. I'm okay.
I found the vent.
All right.
So are you going to climb? Are you going to climb up there, Al?
Well, is it still accessible though? It sounds like you broke the whole thing.
No, it's the vent's open now, and the actual grate that was covering it has fallen down into the dome with a clatter down the tunnel.
Why don't I come down the vent, and then you can go through the airlock? We'll meet in the center. That way, if there's one of us coming through, he won't expect two.
Sounds good. Then I'll go through the airlock stealthily.
So you need to try and override. It's completely powered down.
Oh yeah, right.
So as you're consulting the panel to try and think of a way to hack your way in, the power comes back on and the airlock opens.
Oh, I quickly hide behind that door to make sure nobody's coming out.
And you hear the voice of a young girl saying, "Please come in now, help me while we've got this chance. He's not looking. Please come in now."
Okay, can I quickly make some kind of check to see if that sounds real or...
Yeah, sure. So Gale's challenge, and I'll throw in a 3 of Gale's.
All right. I have inspection, which allows me to pick on the little details. I don't know if that helps here.
Go on then. So that'll take up to 4. Yeah.
Psychiatry's gotta help here.
Yeah, I'm definitely convinced about that. Yeah, you will be able to perceive the truth or not of someone's intentions. Okay, 5.
All right, let's do this. I forgot what it was.
Gale's. No.
Okay.
So yeah, you're not clear. She sounds genuine. And you don't think she's trying to fool you, and you can hear the fear in her voice.
All right. I'm gonna go in, gun in hand, but very carefully. So I'm basically trying to make sure I'm not seeing anything funky.
Okay. And as you enter the airlock, it seals behind you, and the room that you're in fills with air. And through the glass panel of the airlock in front of you, you see one of the similar features to the bishop, the kind of the dorsal fins coming out of the head, the grey texture, but much younger, larger eyes, and what looks like a juvenile. And she says through the window, "Are you here to help?"
I said, the bishop sent us.
How can I trust you?
I don't know. You're the one who asked for help.
Good, and she says, "Good point. Okay, I'm all that's left here. The pirate Morlock is loose. Everyone's dead. They all became ill, and they all started attacking each other, and I had to hide away in a grate. And then now everyone's dead, and the pirate's I don't know where he is, but he's constantly talking to himself and like he's giving orders to people and shouting at people that aren't there. Get here now. How long are you going to be? Etc.
I try to calm her down a bit, and my psychiatry for that.
So
and just try to get more info on where the pirate could be.
okay, give me a quick Brooks challenge, which is your charisma, persuasion, and I've got no cards to make that harder for you, so just a 1 required there, and you'll get an extra dice for your psychiatry.
All right. So that's 4, and that's a 1 weave.
Yep.
And another one, so that's 2.
So
wait, no, the brook is the water thingy, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that is 2, yeah.
2. So yeah, that's enough. You put her mind at ease, and she starts to open up to you, and she explains that she worked at the Abbey, and one of her jobs was to help look after pilgrims who come up from the surface of the planet on pilgrimage to the Abbey. A bit like a tour guide, she would show people around and take them to their accommodation and give them information about the Abbey and the rituals and what they had to do while they were on pilgrimage there. And one of her favourite parts of the tour would be where she took them to the dome where Morlock the pirate was imprisoned, and that was quite a popular attraction for the pilgrims who came to visit the Abbey, and how yesterday was the when it all went wrong, when people started to become ill and fighting, and somehow Morlock had got loose in the confusion, and now everyone's dead. Apart from her, she doesn't understand why she didn't become ill.
Interesting. Okay. I'm showing her the map I have on the holographic map, and try and understand, tell her to pinpoint where she thinks the captain would be.
So yeah, she can see through the little glass window of your map, and she recognises the dome that you're both in, and it's a really large dome with lots of different rooms and tunnels and corridors, and she says all the other domes have gone cold, they're dead, they've been shut down. She doesn't know if it's Morlock, but she's convinced he must be in this dome because it's the only one that anyone could survive in. All the others are too cold, and have vented all their atmosphere nearly.
Okay.
Go on.
Since she's a guide, she must know about all the little paths that you can take. I'm trying to see if she knows any places where you can hide, or any shortcuts, or anything that would not be on the map. That's good to know.
Yeah, her and her other young friends, when they weren't working, used to enjoy going through all the ventilation shafts and getting into places that they weren't supposed to, and listening to people, and playing hide and seek, and pretending they were treasure hunters, and all sorts of adventures in the ventilation shaft. She's saying she can get you anywhere through the ventilation shafts.
All right.
So
I guess me and Jofiel can communicate with each other. We have some kind of...
Yeah. So meanwhile, what's happening to you, Annie?
I sent her my location just for you to...
Yeah, so...
Going back to us.
Yeah, so this device in your wrist, they can communicate with each other and show you where each person is. So Annie, are you still on the top of the dome, or have you gone down into the vents?
Oh, I dropped into the vents. Yeah, start doing the army crawl.
Yeah. Yep. And they're highlighted on your map. You can see a direct route through the vents to Alp's location. But on your way, you turn a corner, and there are two youngsters dead in the ventilation shafts. They've what looks to have been fighting each other, and they're clearly being affected by the virus. Their eye sockets have started to bleed, and there's blood coming out of their ears, and there's scratches, and they've died trying to kill each other by the looks of it, gone mad in the ventilation shafts.
Well, that's grody.
Mm.
All right. Well, not much I can do about them now.
So, are you gonna make your way to Alp, because he's still trapped in to Deacon? Sorry, he's still trapped in the airlock. I don't think the girls let him in yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way over, see if I can just kind of open it from the inside, drop down to a control room or something along those lines.
I haven't actually asked her to open the door. Maybe I should just try that first.
Yeah, we could try that. So you built a bit of charisma with her and rapport.
So yeah, I'll just tell her, look, there's only one way out of here, and it's with our ship. We need to deal with these pirates. The bishop asked us to do that, so we'll do that and take you out of here. But you need to let me in. She feels really scared about going after the pirate and helping you with that. But you've built up a bit of rapport, and she doesn't want to be alone. She's been alone in the dark with the pirate running around. So yeah, she opens the airlock and lets you in. And actually tell her you don't have to come with us. You can wait at the ship if you want.
Yeah, I think she would snap that up. To get me out of here. No, I'm trying. No, maybe she doesn't want to be alone. In fact, she clings to you. She grabs you and gives you this big hug.
Great.
Yeah, your social difficulties is like you don't know what to. There. But yeah, she's clinging onto you for dear life, and so Annie, do you drop out of the vents next to them?
Yeah, sure, because that's not going to be terrifying at all.
yeah, they're like, ah!
Maybe I'll do I'm sure we've communicated on jobs before. I'll do the knock or something that we kind of it's a code to know that it's us or it's me.
So
I guess I also see her on the map as well.
Yeah.
So I'll give her a little warning. I'll just say, you're about to see my terrifying friend. But it's my friend.
So she hides her face into your jacket or spacesuit or whatever you're wearing, Alp, and shuts her eyes.
But I'm actually quite attractive, thank you.
And so I guess
the armor, that's scary.
Yeah, the armor.
So
you see the wings pop out.
Yeah. So as you fall from the ceiling, the wings pop out and just slowly lower yourself in a blast of air. So I guess. Oh, we've just had a message from Raven. How much longer are you guys going to be on? If like to hop in, if that is possible. I don't know. How long do you think you guys can keep going?
I've got another game at 4 or Pacific time, but that'll probably be super late for you guys. So I've got all day.
I have about an extra half hour.
Okay, yeah. So I guess I'll say to Raven, not this time, unfortunately. We've only half an hour to go, and that would be a comfortable stop for me. And it doesn't really fit as.
Keep going without me afterwards, you know.
No, I could It's getting late here. So let's go for another half an hour, because Raven's currently being held by Bishop from her escape pod, isn't she? Down.
Yeah.
I'm guessing she might. If she's watching on Twitch, she might be. She's typing now. So yeah, if you can hear me, Raven. Sorry, we're going to do about another half an hour, and your character isn't in this location at the moment, so that wouldn't work all that well. So where were we? So you explained to Annie's character about the young girl and what she's experienced here in the Abbey and what you've discovered about her so far. Let me just send a message to Raven, because she's not typing now actually.
And she's apparently immune to this virus.
Fascinating.
That is definitely something worth telling the bishop about as well.
Ah, yeah, good thinking. Yeah, didn't think. So maybe you do need to keep her alive, or return part of her body, I suppose.
We say that out loud, of course, right next.
No, say. Yeah, because Deacon would, wouldn't he? Because of his social. The girl's freaking out now. Like, no, is that a joke? No. That's not funny. And
things over.
So you need to find the pirate. You need to find Morlock and bring him to justice. Right. So how are you going to do that?
Escort missions, my favorite kind of mission.
So I'm the sneaky type. So obviously I would want her to show us. She said the vents are the best, right? So
yeah.
If she could tell us which way to go, and so we can explore and just basically locate him first.
Okay, so she have I said what her name was?
No, I didn't ask.
She is Anikon. Is her name Anikon Nandita? Anikon Nandita. And she says that the last time she saw the pirate was in the traffic control station tower part of this dome, and that's where she thought he was talking to himself and asking how long are you going to be? He said, why are you taking so long? Get me off this damn moon.
Ship.
Got it. All right. Well.
So she shows you. You bring up your map on your palm, and she shows you the vents that she would use to get to there. She also shows you the normal route, the path, the corridors, and the lifts that would get you up to the traffic control section of that dome.
And a quick question: does she have a space suit, or at the airlock are there extra space suits for her?
Yeah, so next to you, when you were in the airlock, you could see that there was racks of 5 or 6 space suits of various sizes.
Let's have her suit up just in case.
Okay, so Annie, you call her Annie for short. Sorry, oh no, because that'll get confusing. Anikon puts on a suit. Yeah.
Okay. Then let's start heading that way, but very stealthily, right? We just go.
So through the vents.
Yeah.
Yep. So she takes you through the vents, and just as you get up above the air vents, above the traffic control area, and you can hear a voice from below, and you can hear clearly talking in the Sol Common language that you can both clearly hear and understand. Is a voice saying, "So you're only 5 minutes away," and you don't hear a response back. And he says, "Good, because I think I've got company. I saw a ship approaching. I turned off the lights. So I get here."
Does it look like the captain?
So you can't see him, but you can just hear him, and as you continue to shuffle along the shafts, Annie Con's saying, "Come on, follow me." She's whispering, and she's looking back over her shoulder at you. And when she turns back, she's face to face with one of her friends, another of the little juveniles that hide.
I tried to take her mouth and like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna have to roll for that because she is gonna scream her her little heart out when she sees the blood pouring out of one of her friends. So this is going to have to be quick reactions. So stones, a physical challenge, and I have a stones challenge of 3 just to be mischievous here too, and convince me why I should give you some extra dice to make this easier for it. Whoever is going to get to Annie in time, because she is gonna holler her lungs out.
And you have a card with you, right? But that's not the same suit, right?
Nails.
Yeah, but you can cash it in for an extra dice.
Right.
If you're rolling, I can give you psychiatry, because that's all about keeping people calm.
But I think in this situation, would you be able to say anything to her in time, without giving your location away as well?
I could, if I do it, I can probably do observer, because I could probably anticipate that's what's probably going to happen.
Yep.
Good one. And I think in terms of psychiatry, it's not just about what you say, but there can be gestures or little sounds, like a whispering sound you can make to soothe someone, right? It's like shoo, 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 shoo. I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I'm not a psychiatrist. So.
You're not convincing me here.
All right, fine. I tried.
Yeah. Probably also as a retired archangel, I know it's gruesome to see your fellow kin being dead, so I could probably, I can anticipate that this is probably not going to be or at least do the quick talk down of yeah, it sucks, but we have to keep going.
Okay.
I've probably handled a lot of civilian escort type missions before, so probably not my first rodeo with.
Yep, I'll give you that.
All right.
The only other thing I think of that I could help with, my shadow talent, which is all about being quiet and stay out of sight.
So I'm happy for you to just do an assist. So maybe you grab Annie-Con while Annie's character puts her hand over her mouth. So I'll give you a dice for just physically helping out. So
okay.
Is that takes you up to 5, I think?
That would take me up to 6.
Right, okay. So we're looking for 3 stones.
Of course.
Whoa.
All the nails.
So yeah, that is a fail, and you will get a strike in the stones. Oh no, sorry, wrong character. Bear with me. Annie's character.
He's probably gonna bite my hand.
So you don't get there in time, and she's face to face with her dear friend, and the horror. She sees the blood. She's maybe even tried to tear out her own eyes or something horrible like that, and Annie-Con just screams at the top of her lungs. And before you can do anything about it, the shaft around you lights up in gunfire, and it collapses around you as it's perforated with full of shots, and poor Annie-Con gets ripped to shreds by this gunfire, because the majority of the fire was aimed at that location where the screen comes from, and you two tumble to the ground, Let's see how fast you are to react to this situation. I'm thinking Gales again, dexterity from both of you.
Okay.
And I'm throwing in a 2 for this.
Okay. I'll duck into the shadows.
Yep, so I'll give you a dice for that.
And I have my thingy that makes me all blurry. So is it really a dim light?
Sorry, you cut out slightly then. What did you say?
Is the room, how lit is the room? Is it bright? Is it dim light?
Yeah, I would say it's powered up. Is this this section of the abbey? So I would say all the lights are on.
Okay. So basically, I look blurry.
Okay.
Which should help as well.
Yeah.
My,
so that gets you a dice.
okay.
I'll use one of these. I'll cash this in to get an extra die.
Okay. Yep. So that's takes you up to 4, and you already. Oh no, you have it's Brooks, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Annie, you're on 4. Alp, you're on 5, I think.
I'm at 5.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't know if I could use genetically modified as well. So I'm faster.
Yep. Yep. I'm happy with that. Go on, Annie. What were you saying? So that's 6 for you, Alp.
Probably, yeah. Kind of like do a small power surge with the jetpack to kind of like get me out of the way.
Ooh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
5.
Or maybe just helps you land more smoothly.
Yeah.
Very cool.
5 for me.
And what was this again? What's the challenge? Gales?
Gales 2, I threw in.
Okay.
Can I just use my last roll? Because that'd be pretty sweet. Alright, that works. I'll take it.
And I have 6, right? Yeah.
Nice.
And it's even crit for me.
No.
So 4 of them.
You were after Gales, so you got 2. Alp?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yep. And Annie, you got 2 as well, so you've both passed. So yeah, Annie's jetpack. Maybe that's just an automatic response from the jetpack, or just your training. But you know, as the shaft collapses below you, your instincts kick in, and you'd land as smooth as day. Or maybe you're hovering anywhere in the room that you want. Maybe you don't even hit the ground. Alp, again, your training and all your implants and your kit, your special suit helps you. You land right next to the pirate, but you're just a blur. He can't focus on you properly. So yeah, you've both landed. He thought he's got the drop on you, but poor Anikon's lifeless body falls on top of him, and this is your moment. What are you going to do?
Let's just say she didn't die in vain. Again, socially inept.
Yeah, thanks, Anikon.
Took one for the team. All right. So let's just kick his ass.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try. Maybe you can try to intimidate him first. So I'll kind of draw the energy sword and charge it up.
Yep.
And just tell him to, while he's kind of sprawling on the ground, to drop his weapon. In my big bellowing archangel voice. I'll even put the helmet up too, so I look all kind of space marine-y.
Okay, let's try that. So you're trying to intimidate him. So that's a Brooks challenge, which you do have a strength thing. So you're already up to 4. I'll give you another dice for your intimidating weapon. 5. And I've got nothing to make this harder for you. So all we're looking for is a 1 to intimidate the pirate.
All right. Can I get the 6th one for the retired Archangel? Since I've got the whole massage going.
Well, yeah, and I was thinking of just the entrance as well. That how cool your entrance was. Right. 6. Go for it. Yeah, and you've got a weave, so you can re-roll that one.
All right, I'll take 2.
Well, you've passed. You've passed. So, what do you say to him, Annie?
Just in the big bill, put down your weapon.
And and then that's so intimidating that he does start to lower the weapon. Give me a perception check.
Both of us?
Yeah, both of you. Yeah.
Can I get one for observer?
And I'm going to throw in a 2 here challenge. So I want 2 successes. So this is a Gale's challenge. Yeah, I'll give you an extra card for that.
And can I have one for inspection? Okay. Picking on the details?
Yep, of course. Yep.
All right.
And it's a 2 challenge, is this?
Okay. All the Brooks.
You got a weave though.
Ooh.
Ooh. Alright, I got 1.
So you both failed, and Deacon
I have a strike.
Gets a strike. In that. So you don't notice as he's putting his gun down, he clicks his left hand as his right hand's putting the gun down. His left hand is going backwards and presses a button on the dashboard behind him, and all the blast windows covers drop. They come down, and you can see the outside, and he ducks to the floor and covers his head, and you see outside the lights of a ship directly outside the window, and it opens fire. These large caliber rounds come flying through the window. The windows shatter. The atmosphere starts to just instantly fly out, and you are both ripped to shreds. You completely obliterated, plastered across the back wall, and then Deacon, all of a sudden your eyes open, and you have it's 10 seconds earlier, and you've just landed on the floor, and Annie is
oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I've used your signature move for you there. Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's
I got excited by the moment. So do you want to explain your signature move?
Yeah. So it's the Death Seer. Basically, before a player character or an NPC dies, you will suddenly catch their death. You'll only have a few moments to react with death occurs. So I can activate it on my end, actually, like physically.
Yeah.
There we go.
Woo!
It's the thing.
And all right, so at that moment, then I say, I just warn, I warn Jophiel about what he's about to do, and I said, just grab his backhand.
Yeah. So this time, so you've foreseen what's about to happen. So you know the ship is hovering outside, and is
duck.
So yeah, you don't get to his hand in time, and the blast shields do come down, and the ship opens fire again. But this time, you both have hit the floor and dived on top of the person that's you've been challenging in front of you, and you are both sucked out. You're grabbing him, and all three of you are sucked out the window as the atmosphere within the tower.
I'm glad we kept our spacesuits.
Yeah. And you go tumbling out of the tower, so you're descending rapidly, because there is a bit of gravity, enough gravity on this moon to pull you down. So you've fallen out of you've been sucked out, and now you're rapidly descending down the side of this tower, heading towards the ground.
Captain, did he also have a spacesuit, or is he?
No, he didn't. So you're holding on to him.
Okay.
Damn cool. All right. Well, I can activate the jetpack. Just grab him by the scruff. I'll tell you to hold on. It's a good jetpack, so we can just.
And I want to see some good flying from you here, Annie, because this is being flung out of that window, holding on to two people. This is going to be some difficult flying, and I think it's good.
Walk.
Yeah, I guess that's up to you. I suppose you could try it.
Seeing the way she flies.
But I guess you'd have to try and grab onto a surface as it's flying past you. But I'm going to throw in. I'm going to say this is a physical challenge because you're having to grab them and fly at the same time. And I'm going to throw in a 2 challenge, so a 2 stones challenge.
All right.
I'll grabbable. Because I have those spider silk body gloves.
Okay, well let's say that's an assist then. So Annie's character doesn't have to worry about grabbing onto you because you can clearly strongly grab onto her. So that gives her an extra dice for that.
I'm trained in using the jetpack, so that would make it 5 then.
Yeah. For some reason you've got a strike in your stones. What did you get that for? I can't remember.
Oh, that was from the trying to. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you went into the last time you flew your jetpack, basically.
Wait. Oh no, I thought that was from trying to stop her from screaming, and then.
No, wasn't it when you flew into the vent?
It might have been. Well.
No, that was an enticement, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So I'm at 4.
Yep.
Okay. I don't think I can argue anymore, other than the fact that I'm using the jetpack itself, but yeah,
Don't you have a fly talent or something?
So I guess if it's one for the jetpack and one for flight, then that would give me 2.
Well, yeah, they're 2 different things. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
So
you're fearless. You are unshakable in the face of danger.
That's right. All right.
I'm happy for that as well.
Okay, so that brings me up to 6. Perfect.
Nice. So I'm looking for 2 stones.
Right there.
There you go.
Nice. Yep. So, Deacon's spider-like gloves or whatever he's wearing clings onto you for dear life and maybe helps keep hold of the pirate as well, unless you want him to drop. I don't know.
Shoot him by the scruff. He's part of the mission.
Okay, and you have this under control. That being flung out the window and falling rapidly again. Your instincts kick in. The jetpack responds to your slightest command, and you're safely flying out of there. But the spaceship that blasted those windows in has had time to react to this, and it's giving chase.
Good thing we have the fastest ship.
Yes.
So you've made it back to the ship. Your ship with Annie's character's amazing skills, but you haven't got long before the shots start raining down on the hull of your ship, and you're getting reports already that the shields are starting to reach 50%.
All right, power up. Let's get out of here.
All right.
So
We have shield. That's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
you do. You do now. Yeah, and they're already down to 45%, but your engines are up. You're in the air. You've got a space battle on your hands.
Sweet. All
Alright.
right.
What are you going to do? What do you want to do?
Kind of do the thing where you kind of like you navigate around the planet and kind of use like the gravitational pull to kind of slingshot you like around, or so kind of do like a quick roundabout and get a little extra speed to get ourselves like out of there.
So you're just gonna outrun them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evasive maneuver.
Yep. No, I like it. Let's see what I'm thinking. A kind of an agility, this kind of flying a ship that way, harnessing the gravity of the moon to catapult you out of there. So I'm looking for a Gale's challenge here, and I've got nothing to make that harder for you, unfortunately. Although I am missing a card from my deck, but no, it doesn't give me a Gale. So we're just after a 1 Gales. You've got the fastest ship out there, so that's instantly going to give you another dice, I'm sure. Anything else can convince me? I guess.
Fearless again, probably.
Yeah, all right. I'll let you have that. So that takes you up to 5. Are you going to help, or are you? I guess you might be securing the prisoner, I suppose.
Well, isn't he dead?
Well, he's. Let's. Well, yeah, he's no signs of life at the moment, let's say. So yeah, you're safe to help.
I have psychiatrist to keep her steady.
Okay.
During tense moments.
Oh yeah. You can do this. So okay, six dice, looking for just 1 Gale. I can't do anything about this. And and you've got a weave, so re-roll that. Oh, nice. Keep going.
Nice.
Oh wow, yeah. So that is an epic pass. Over to you, Annie. You're how does this take place?
A couple darts and stuff. We go and complete the orbit around the planet, but they probably didn't anticipate the way the gravitational pull is. So it's actually going to send them kind of doing the spiraling kind of thing, Vader style, like off.
Yeah, I like it.
And we're able to just kind of catapult ourselves just right into the perfect orbit around the other planet at this point. So now we just kind of get ourselves right exactly where we want to go. Just kind of the way, like, have you ever seen like a car kind of do the drift?
Yep.
The same idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you could have filmed this would be going viral right now on some kind of futuristic social network. That there's rarely is flying been seen in your solar system, but like this. But I'm sure the inhabitants of this planet they've never seen any flying like this before. So you make it safely back to see Bishop. And he is over the moon. They were pretty pissed off with you guys for.
We were over the moon.
Yeah. All is forgiven. They realise that they don't know that you accidentally turned the engines on of the ship that sent it further, but they believe your story about the pirates. They're already aware of Morlock and his involvement in calling that ship here. It's all falling into place. That you confirm that you've already seen a ship arrive to help him. He's been overheard by Anikon calling for help. So they realise it's not your fault that ship hit the surface. You've provided them with the cure for the virus that was running right up on the Abbey, so they can go up there and clear that out safely now and look for any survivors, which unfortunately you tell them is very unlikely, but at least they can get it cleaned up and pilgrims can start going there without any riots on their hands. They'll never know the difference. And you are reunited with your comrades. You've been so successful, and they've been well looked after, and then safely you're safely reunited with them. So I think we'll end that there.
Very cool.
Now that the whole crew's back together. So how was that? Was that all right?
That was really nice.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, good. Good. No, it was fun.
Yeah.
It never ceases to amaze me, this game, how you can just pluck a really cool story out of nothing, really. I'll tell you the cards I got to kind of generate that. So the theme was. So this is what I struggled about, is linking it into the new story. But the theme was about you being in the art cloud. No, the theme was about how people are desperate to pay for information about what the art cloud that you're not really supposed to visit, but some people will pay for information. So I thought in the last game where you jumped to an unknown location, so I thought, well, let's let it be the art cloud. So that's what made me think of that. The boss card was the Dread Pirate Morlock, so that's what inspired that. And then I scanned in an extra location, which was the planet. The tortoise card was Planetary Defense Station, so that's kind of what inspired them taking out the ship and blowing that up. And then one of the plot twists was from the Dawn card, an Orbital Abbey has gone dark. So that introduced that. Nice. And I scanned in an NPC, which was the Panicked Citizen. So that was Anikon, who was the survivor. Yeah. But
I'm so bad at escort missions, man. I am so bad.
Oh yeah, poor Anikon. Oh.
That literally happens every time.
I was so sure she was the cure. She's immune to the disease.
So the rest of the crew's reunited now, so the next game hopefully we can get with more people involved and see what more you can learn about the art cloud and what's going on there, because people will pay a lot of money for that. So
yeah.
Good, because now all the money are a bunch of meteorites on a planet that meteoroid.
We'll see what happens with that. We don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks, Annie. Thanks, Alp.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot, Adam. That was really cool.
Pleasure again. All right. Yeah. Take care.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.